Hey guys, Gameboy3800 here once again for Confident Gaming, and I am giving you more BeamNG.drive gameplay. Before we flew the Titan with 4 engines and it was kind of awesome, except for when we crashed every two seconds. And then we tried to get a car into it, and failed, almost. And then I tried to show you this big army truck, and failed. So now we're going to see if we can do something without failing. However, being that this is an early alpha game and it's designed around crashing, it's probably not going to happen very likely or good. I don't know. I cannot grammar today, mainly because today is now at 2 in the morning. Right? We're going to do something different here, in that we're going to try and fly this plane damaged. Alright, with 3 engines, normally this plane would just stall out and not start up at all. But because I have these mods over here, I can start the engine pretty much no matter what. And now we see that we will destroy that truck, take off, get a completely beat up nose, that's not taking off, is it? Alright, now it'll take off. Yes, it actually will take off on just 3 engines. Only difference here is that it won't fly very well. You need to constantly hold right and pull up because it won't get as much lift as before. But it is completely flyable. Just need to watch out for, once again, that engine temperature because it goes up exponentially. And then it won't climb up as high, so you just need to watch out for that. But because of the immense power this plane possesses, it doesn't really matter, does it? You can see I am having a nice controlled flight. Only thing is, I don't think it'll fly very well. Putting it onto low power, let's find out. It would have been flyable had the engines not stalled out completely. Alright. That was 1 engine down. Let's try 2. Will it even take off with 2? I wonder. Will this truck even stand up for more than 2 seconds? Alright, getting rid of the 2 inbound engines, or 1 and, not 1 and 2, 2 and 3, as other people would call them. We're going to see if they can even get up to speed to take off. It's moving, that's a good sign. And it gets up to about 100 miles an hour, which is takeoff speed. And then putting it into high speed mode brings it to about 140, 135-ish. And, wow, we're flying. Just not very well. We're not climbing very quickly. But we're climbing, and it's a lot more controlled than when it had just 3 engines, because it's actually all even now. It's not trying to pull to one side and having to constantly correct for it. Let's get a look at the interior. How does that look? Kind of boring, actually. This is a good view. It's like a GoPro right on the tail. So with two engines on the inside lost, it's flying just the same, just a little bit slower. No issues here. What about the outboard engines though? Like if you lose those? Let's find out. Alright, the two outboard engines are lost for 1 and 4. Alright, we're still getting up to takeoff speed just fine. However, high speed shows no increase in speed at all. So I think it's safe to say that the outboard engines have a little bit more oomph to them in terms of power. Will it even take off though? It's slightly below takeoff speed. No. With the two outboard engines gone, it is a no-go. Still comes to a complete stop though, just fine. What about uneven wings, like one off of the outside and then one off of the inside? Once again, let's find out. That was the inside, so let's go with the outside here. Oh no. I forgot we need to have the plane lowered down a bit, so bring in the landing gear. And don't worry, this is normal practice. All planes bring in the landing gear to get a lower ride height and pimp their rides. Trust me, I've done it before. Alright. We can now lift the plane. It's lifted now, trust me. This is how it works. And now it looks really wonky and confused. Starting the engine, we have more thrust on the right side. So we're kind of turning, as you can see. But we got up to takeoff speed though. Got up to takeoff speed there, I meant to say, well. And then high speed only gives us a difference of 3 miles per hour. I don't think this is gonna go well, and we need to take off to avoid that, so we have no choice. However, we are climbing. That one outboard engine on the right is giving us enough thrust to just barely stay airborne. However, we're in a constant right turn, and I don't think we're going to be able to turn left. And I'm holding full up on the elevator just to keep us from crashing. And even so, it doesn't look like we're going to stay up for much longer. Landing gear out. Let's land safely. And there's actually not a bad landing, considering we have 2 engines lost and about half the power. But yeah. And I know this is going to seem stupid, but what about one engine? How will one engine fare? It would need to be one of the outside ones, because that would have the most thrust. So we are going to go with keeping the right one on and deleting all the others. And yes, if you ask, all trucks can bunny hop if you ask them to, just like I did there. So yeah, don't worry. It's all according to design. And hello, is that rudder just... Okay, we'll just turn around, not flip over, and hit it from this angle. There we go. Perfect parking. Alright. Something tells me this isn't going to go very well. Gear up. Can barely keep it straight. It barely gets up to speed. Looks like it can take off though. We can still do this. I believe in you, Titan. It almost wants to get off the ground. It's hilarious. And what is this? What is this plane doing? What shape is that? It's like a dead goose. It's so sad looking. My God. I think it's safe to say that that's impossible. That's about all the time I have for this video. I know it's a little bit shorter than the last one, but trust me, there will be more coming up soon. I guess we can fly this into a nice, lovely barrel roll, or loop, whatever, in this kind of view. You can freeze physics by pressing either pause or the J key. I'm going to bring up this menu, go on to environment, and control the slow motion, because slow motion is actually really cool. I'm going to give you all a good view of that at 100 times slow-mo. The camera doesn't know what to do at this point. You can see it all just kind of crumpling into one giant mass there. Let's speed it up. Alright, that's it for this video. Thanks, Game Way Out. See you next time.